Two lives today. Two lives. One was battle rap, which is primarily what goes down on this channel, and one it's a little bit more personal. A little bit more personal for me. I'm on Chopper Chop. Rest in peace. I mean, we're seeing the reports all over the place. Rest in peace to King Von. And we already saw what happened with FBG Duck. Rest in peace to FBG Duck. I never did a video, you know, I didn't, that news was tripped me out about FBG Duck when it happened. But now seeing somebody passing from both sides, and if you know what I mean by both sides, even if the passings had nothing to do with that situation from those two sides, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gang stuff, you know what I'm saying? But even if each person's passing had nothing to do with those two rivalries, right? It's still sad. Both guys gone from street violence. Both guys cracking through damn near, and I'm just going down some of King Von's playlists on my shit. I listen to his shit a lot when I train, a lot of his music. You know what I mean? Like his Crazy Story series, the one with Dirt, Broke Ops, that's my shit. His videos be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Bleach House, that new shit that just dropped recently. FBG Duck, even back to when he was like wild younger. You go back and listen to some of his older shit. Kid is talented. And I'm saying kids because they both young as shit. They saying King Von just passed today at 26 years old. Both young as shit. Both talented. Von is a guy I feel like I was listening to like before he cracked through. Like I feel like he recently just cracked through to success. You know what I mean? Like the kid's got some fucking music. He's got the aura, he's got the story, he's got the music, he's got the production, he's got the videos, he's got everything. You know, like even the story behind him. You do your homework on his background and everything, you know, the charges that he's had in the past, you know, the reasons why he sat down for a few, his back and forth with other notable killers from Chicago and shit, even the girl, the shorty. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these storylines around him. And the point that I want to make about that, and I'm not from Chicago, I don't live in Chicago, but you know, we all watching this from the outside looking in. Chicago isn't the only city that has these problems. But it's just wild, sad, and fucked up because I just was having this conversation with my brother, and I was just like, yeah, this is something to share. This is something to talk about on a channel. We indulge in a lot of the things that get these kids killed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do too. You know what I mean? Like the music, the rock, and it's like a Chicago thing where it just seems like to get on, beefing and dissing is a part of it. I had Heavy Half on an interview who's from, you know, Chicago. Y'all know Heavy Half from the battle rap world. If you don't, check him out, depending on who sees this blog. And I asked him when FBG Duck passed, I said, yo, what's going on out there? And he gave me an example. He was like, he got a homie that started rapping, doesn't have no beef at all, no ops, no nothing. And niggas just started going at him a whole different way just because he started rapping, he got on, he started making a name for himself. And that seems to be the culture in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of this is provoked from different people. You know, like we see all the dead homie diss and smoking on all these different type of packs and all that type of shit. That rap culture and that gang culture in Chicago, like they have their own shit and it's wild as fuck. But how did these kids, especially from the drill scene, how did they become successful and make it to a better place without beefing and putting themselves in direct line of fire? Is it our fault because that's what we want to watch from them? Do we only want to see from the drill scene these niggas dissing each other's dead homies and having ops and claiming either BD or GD and all that type of shit? Is that the only type of music that we can support from them? You know what I'm saying? Because somebody, it's like, it's what I was just watching the Vaughn on academic shit yesterday, last night, sitting at my kitchen table. I was scrolling through my fucking phone. I seen his shit pop up on my mention. Oh, let me check this out. Academics and Vaughn, you know what I'm saying? Just watching them last night. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, academics is asking them questions that you see really has shit in the air that's just like, it's putting these people in harm's way. You know, he asked him about the Tuka stuff. He asked him about FBG Duck. You see the answers or whatever. And hopefully those two guys did get a chance to squash their beef before they both passed. Maybe they did, maybe they don't. Who knows? They and their close peoples know. You know what I'm saying? But the passing of these young up and coming stars behind some of this gang violence, we can't act like it's not directly tied to the music, especially in Chicago. That seems to be the theme. It's like the dissing thing comes from drill music. Like it has to be dissing about your block, your hood, your dead homies. Very, very violent shit towards each other. Is there a form of music that can fucking come out of Chicago other than a Kanye West or some shit or a Common that we can support so that these kids don't have to feel inclined to diss each other's dead homies or whatever to get on and to get successful? Because that's one of the problems. You know, in survival, in this fucked up world where we can die from a million different things, you know, it's our start, it's then our middle life, you know, of how we live once we get past our beginnings, and then our ending. You know what I'm saying? A good start isn't promised to a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? Not, a lot of us ain't gonna be growing up in these two-parent household families with a sturdy support system. You know what I'm saying? Clothes on our back, food in our mouth consistently, and all that. A lot of people don't come from that. You know what I'm saying? Then you got your midlife. Like, what happens if you can escape this? What happens if you can get successful and you move out of, like, let's use this example, O Block. You know what I'm saying? Or if you get successful enough to leave 63rd, you know what I'm saying? And then you go move to the, you know, LA or these other places and start providing for your family, yourself, and it's a whole nother lifestyle. That's your mid. You know what I'm saying? And then the ending, of course, hopefully could be in a retirement fucking home at the age 70, or it could be from murder. You know what I'm saying? It's this start that is killing us. This start is killing us. And not just from within our household, because our parents sometimes, you know, we're coming into bad situations that we can't help as kids. But this part here, how we choose to live, is critical. It's critical. It's fucking critical. The choices that we make from young, and I know some of it is a lack of guidance and a lack of opportunity. But the way we live, trying to be street niggas and getting into some of these situations and carry ourselves like this, I know a lot of these young kids, you know, it's the whole gang atmospheres in some of these major cities, whether it's New York, LA, California, Chicago, these major cities that have these real big gang influences and gang populations. You know what I'm saying? We all know the fucking stories. I don't gotta repeat them for y'all. People get into gangs for many different reasons. Some people like the family vibe. Some people like to be a part of something. Some people are want to feel stronger or be stronger. Some people join groups that make money together. There's all these different reasons why people get into gang life and street life. But those decisions in this mid part of your life, it's very hard to escape them, even if you do graduate from them. Because think about it, like I'm watching the King Von and the academic shit, and academics asked him, he's like, yo, you don't think you're too big now to still be at Old Block? And he's like, nah, you know, I go through, it's all love. People know not to play with me, but at the same time, they love me. I get to drop off some money, take care of people. I grew up with these people, and I'm watching it. And King Von's only 26 years old. I'm watching, I'm like, damn, he don't get it neither. And we've seen this story a million times. And he didn't even die in his own hood. You know, he died in Atlanta from what people are saying. But still, the mentality I'm watching, I'm like, damn, he doesn't get it. No matter how many times we see this story, because of the lifestyle, whether he's still in it or not. Because even if you're still in, even if you're not still in the lifestyle, you're saying it in the music. So people still going to be believing that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that any of that stuff has anything to do with his passing. I'm not saying it has anything to do with his passing. I don't know how, why he passed, any of that. All I know is that it was murder and it's violence. And like most people, when we see the passing of an FBG Duck or a King Von, you know what I'm saying, these young kids that are starting to break through, unfortunately, we know their past. We know their music and some of the things that they're still saying, carrying. And we know some of the people that they still keep around them. We know some of their mentalities still. We know how young they are and how much growing they have yet to do. You know what I'm saying? And those that know me, y'all see that I go back and forth with people, you know what I'm saying, at points, you know, because of the field that I'm in, Rare Breed Entertainment. But never do I make it violent or do I make it about gang life or some gangster shit. Because I feel like I left that part of, like, that, any areas of my life that was anywhere close to that in my past. You leave it behind and you hope that you didn't get so deep into shit where you just can't even get away from it no matter how much detached you think you are. It's the opportunities that we have to give to each other. And that leads me back to what I was asking, like, how do we get a King Von or FBG Duck who has real legitimate talent to crack through to success without having to present the type of music that we think that we want from them, which is like, yo, tell me about, you know, drop a song called Dead Bitches, or tell me about your ops, or you know, start a whole cult movement damn near. People don't even understand the whole old block proximity and the 60 and all that. Yeah, people that have no clue screaming 63rd this and just because they're hearing it from the music. How do we make these people successful without having to say that the music that we click and play on and buying from y'all has to be about that? Yeah, we are gonna make some Kendrick Lamar's, you know, successful here and there, and you're gonna get a Good Kid, Mad City. You know what I'm saying? But it's too far and few. Like, these kids don't have outlets, and don't get me wrong, I don't have the over sympathetic side of me that says you can't make a way other than fucking basketball and sports and music and entertainment industry. There's a million ways to make money. But we're seeing a lot of talented, young ass fucking kids. And we are the consumers. We are the consumers. See, at least in battle rap, and RBE is notorious for this, we edit the ending of our battles with a handshake. If the artists shake hands, that's where we end the video. Or if they hug or embrace, that is our shit. We are known for that at RBE. That's how we end all of our fucking videos when we can, purposely. It's imagery. It's a message that, yeah, these two guys sit up here and they talk all that bang, bang, shoot them up, killer shit. But they can do this when it's all over. Closure does that. We joke about it and be sarcastic when y'all see me on stage, you know, screaming, closure shit. It's funny. It's funny to me too. It's sarcastic. But what does the fucking word closure mean? Closure means Bill Collect and Hitman, shake hands. Math and Serious, shake hands. Hollow and Math, hopefully it's over, like, now. Like, you know what I'm saying? All these grudge matches and shit where we see handshakes and all that. Closure. It doesn't mean, the name of the fucking card in battles ain't insightful. It's closure. It's meant to end something. I'm talking about some shit that don't even really have a fucking answer. That's what's so crazy. And we get these constant reminders. It's like every other fucking month, every other week, depending on how big the artist is. I mean, it's daily. Just it doesn't make news all the fucking time because some of the people that's passing, we don't know. We don't hear about it. It doesn't make the news. But another artist that's just made it, 26 years old, is a fucking kid. whether it's King Von, whether it's FBG Duck, whether it's fucking Nipsey. That was huge, right? This is all murders and gun violence shit. Yo, we tear each other down. We kill each other. We constantly kill each other. It's I'm not Malcolm X. I don't have the answers. It's like y'all know me. I'm good with my thoughts. But this right here is so fucking random. I literally just got the phone with my brother after getting the text messages and seeing the tweets like 5 minutes before I cut this video on. And I'm just like, again, a fucking again. And you start to build a connection to some of these guys because we listen to them, we follow them, we support them. And we're buying into these stories. We're supporting these stories and these narratives. It's like we want to make, and the record industry is a part of this too. You know what I'm saying? You think they don't want to give record deals to the people that got these attractive storyline. Think about 50 Cent. 50 Cent named his first album, Get Rich or Die Trying. Think about the title. You know what I'm saying? Like think about the fucking title. He was doing all this initial shows and shit in the Bulletproof Vest, and some of that shit was just promotion and imagery, but he was coming out of shit, trying to get away from it. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to get out of a certain lifestyle. Like shit fucked up even some of his friendships and shit, trying to leave certain shit behind. You know what I mean? Like look at him and Bangum Smurf and shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just trying to get away from certain energies and shit, but still knowing what you come from. And it's so fucking sad that some of that is the reason why that album goes diamond or whatever the fuck it's sold. Get Rich or Die Trying. Because we want to be entertained by people's deadly storylines and narratives from the safety of our homes. And it's wild, man. It's fucking wild how we kind of aid in this shit without realizing it. We kind of aid in this shit, like people dying because they're getting successful off of what the record companies are seeing that we want to buy and spend money on. Because King Von can't get on camera and say, listen, I love my beautiful black woman. I take care of my brother down the block at O Block. You know what I'm saying? I help the youth over here. He can't make a song like that. And we buy it. You can't make that song. We're going to say you suck. We're going to say we don't want to hear that shit. We're going to say, what about your ops? What about them niggas around the corner? You know what I'm saying? This is a fucking world where we put so much pressure on these artists to continue to live a certain life. Remember Young Mozzie? Rest in peace once again. Young Mozzie has videos basically where him and his people, they're like beefing over almost like a gas station as far as territory. Think about some of these videos that we've seen and how some of these things, and he like getting this recording to go back to the, to the store and everything. And because we put the pressure on these people saying, oh, if you don't do this and you soft or you a punk or whatever, it's fucked up because some of these guys don't deserve that pressure and they damn sure don't deserve to lose their lives over senseless, pointless shit. If your fucking family, that kind of is like really, I mean, your loved ones isn't affected or isn't in danger, like there's not really supposed to be many reasons why you're taking the next man's life. And once again, King Von, I don't know why, I don't know none of that. Same thing with FBG Duck. But I'll be damned if I feel like some of this stuff ain't tied to the energies that's coming from the music and the entertainment side of shit. Because whether they legitimately live these lifestyles, even if they got to the point of some success where they tried to leave that behind, they still had to be tied to it because that's what we wanted to consume. That's what we wanted to pay for. That's what we wanted to see performed. That's what we wanted to put on our fucking iPods and shit. We all played a part in that respect. It's fucking sad. Rest in peace. Another one. Just that fast. Y'all are saying names in here. I don't know. I don't know. Kid just got on. He just kind of pushed through. Wow. Yo, the real number one. What you just what you just commented in here, I see in some of these other people's lives in the culture, like in Chicago, and I just be like, wow, that's the energy. I'm not like that at all. Like I seen that like with like Memo's live, like after Duck Pass, and I seen people in his comments, the type of stuff that they were saying. And I was just like, wow, like I don't know if all these people in these comments, are really affiliated with a particular side, or if that's just the energy. If that's the energy in general, and I guess you really got to know what I'm talking about to get it right now. But if that's the energy, we are in a bad place. If that's the energy, then we are in a very, very bad place. Rest in peace, King Von and FBG Duck. I don't know how, man, but broken record to say we must do better, but I felt like fucking saying it, inventing it regardless. But we are in a bad place. Bad place.